Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Cove. My name's Missy. Today I'm so excited to be part of this amazing challenge put on by myself and some friends, Farmhouse Halloween Decor Challenge. And we're going to talk about that in just a little while. But for now, we are going to get right into it. DIY number 1. So for this, you need one of the crates from the Dollar Tree, and you just want to remove the sticker. It can be this one that has the slats in it or the one that doesn't. It doesn't really matter for this project. And we are going to just paint this entire crate black. We are doing a faux book stack, and I really didn't mind the slats in this. Like I said, if that bothers you, just go ahead and use the one without the slats. But this entire crate gets a coat of black chalk paint. After we get that finished, we are just going to put some decals on it that I printed for my Cricut. And it says, "Tonight we fly." This is kind of around Hocus Pocus. That's what I think of when I think of Halloween, mainly is Halloween movies that I love. So after we get that decal on there, we're going to take a piece of orange ribbon, wired ribbon from the Dollar Tree, cut it off and fold it lengthwise in the middle. And then we're just going to wrap it around our crate here. At first, you just see me figuring out exactly how I want it. It's a little longer than I want. That's okay. We'll just cut it off here in a minute. Once I figure out the placement, I just go ahead and use a little dab of hot glue and start gluing our ribbon right onto the crate. I love how this turned out. I think it's super cute and so super simple. I mean, honestly, $2 and you have some Halloween decor. And I'm not really a Halloween girl, but I do like Halloween movies. Not scary ones, but I don't know. But anyway, after we get that finished, then we're going to take some of these brooms that I got in a package from the Dollar Tree. They're a little long for what I want, so I'm going to cut them down. I do this to 2 brooms, and these are almost like matchsticks, so they were a little hard to cut like all at once. So I just kind of separated them out and cut them down. And then I'm also going to have to break off the handle because it's still too long for what I want it for. So I tried to cut it and that didn't work. So I just break it off and then fix the tips. There are both of the brooms cut down, and we are just going to add some hot glue. Glue that first broom down. Same exact thing for the second. That second one, the handle's still a little too long, so we go ahead and break that off and trim it down again with our scissors. Now we're going to take this little witch hat pick, take the pick out, and we're just going to glue that right to our faux books, and that's it. Super, super simple. Not even really $2 to make, but I think it turned out adorable. So, again, today I am a part of a challenge that me and 3 of my friends put on every single month. This month is Farmhouse Halloween Decor Challenge. And every month we get together and figure out a new theme, and it's an open playlist. I do this with Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, Tammy from The Rusted Willow, Stephanie from Mama Can Make It, and this month our guest host is Dee Dee's Art Workshop. There is also going to be a playlist down in my description box. Y'all make sure you go check out these amazing crafters. And now right back into the DIYs. DIY number 2. This is another super simple project. The Dollar Tree is now carrying slats of wood. They come in different sizes, and I got 2 that are, one's a little bigger than the other, and then this wood piece I got from Lowe's or Home Depot, somewhere like that. First thing I do is, of course, pull off the stickers, and then we are going to paint the slats and that piece of wood up there, the square one, the pumpkin color by Waverly. We do the fronts, the backs, the sides, the ends of each and every piece of these. And we are going to make a pumpkin, but it's, I guess you would call it a pumpkin. Y'all let me know what you think, what I should call this in the comments. But after we get all of the painting done, then of course we have made a decal. We're stacking these on top of each other, and I wanted to do the bottom one first just to make sure I could get it exactly where I want it, and then it would kind of help me center up on the other ones. I do take my time pulling my transfer paper off just because these are really thin, skinny letters, and it kind of makes it hard to get them to come off the transfer tape, I guess. So I just take my time, pull these off. The bottom one says Halloween, the middle one says Happy, and the block of wood says 31. Now, after we get that finished, you can see I'm just taking my time, pulling this transfer paper up. And after we get that finished, now we are just going to figure out exactly how we want them stacked, make sure everything's centered. Then I'm going to use some Gorilla Gel Glue and my Gorilla Hot Glue. And we are just going to stack the middle one on, or the middle-sized one on top of the big one, and that little square on top. Then we take this little knob we got from Home Depot, and we're just going to glue that right on the top. That's going to become our stem. And that's it. How stinking cute. I absolutely love how this turned out. So if y'all like farmhouse decor on a budget, you are definitely in the right place. If you haven't already, I would love if you would consider subscribing and becoming a part of my YouTube family. Okay, y'all, DIY number 3, another super simple one. So I'm taking these cut out pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. We're going to take 3 and paint them in mineral, and then we're going to take 2 more and paint them in the pumpkin. These are both Waverly chalk paints. And I just do 1 good coat on the fronts and the backs of each of the pumpkins. Y'all forgive me today if I sound out of breath, or if you can hear me stutter or anything like that, or, you know, taking a lot of breaths. I am trying to fight off a sinus infection. We were in 3 different states this past weekend. We got to go home for almost 12 days, which was so exciting. I'm going to leave some pictures at the end of my visit home. I hope y'all enjoy them. But anyway, that's why my voice is a little raspy. So after we get all of our pumpkins painted, we're going to use our Cricut and make a decal that says Boo. We put the letters on the mineral colored pumpkins, and I'm just transferring those over. Now I'm going to take some orange mesh tubing from the Dollar Tree. I put a little piece of tape on the end of it because we are going to thread our pumpkins on. First, I do an orange, and then I'm going to spell out the word Boo. And then at the end, we're going to put another orange one. Now, when we get to the end, I tie off the end. First, I'm trying to make sure I have enough room for all of my pumpkins. And then I tie it off. And after I tie it off, I decide, oh, I'm going to fray the edges. That will look so cute. And it really does look cute, but it's not... And I just use my Cricut tool to fray those edges. But it's not enough to be a cute look. Kind of just looks like a messy look. So I do go through later. I don't show it on video. And I cut those little frays off. But anyway, after we get them all arranged and get it tied at the one end, then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the other end and tie that. And of course, I do go ahead and fray it. But of course, that gets cut off again later. Now, I did not like how the pumpkins were not staying where I wanted them to, so I just go through with a little dab of hot glue and glue those together on the edges. And that's just so, like I said, I want them to stay kind of cohesive when I put them out. So you don't have to do this part if it doesn't bother you, but it did bother me. So that's it. This is the final look. I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it is so stinking adorable. And here is the final reveal of all of our projects. Again, don't forget to visit the ladies that I'm involved with every month and the playlist. I truly, truly think you all will be so inspired. Now let's take a look at my trip home.
Forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. I'm in love with your hair, your lips, your silhouette in the moonlight shine. With my love you won't ever be alone, my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. Completely a fool, been waiting for you, my love. Head over heels, I'm blinded by what I feel. My love is forever yours.
Thanks for watching, y'all, and thanks for all of your support. Y'all come back now. You hear?